Okay.
Jim. Oh, I'll take my hat off for this one.
All right.
Jim.
Aaron.
I really appreciate you sitting down with me.
No problem. Love to.
Jim, this is a special interview for me, honestly. You own Band Oasis, which is huge for me. I love Band Oasis.
Thank you very much.
My home away from home. So yeah, it's kind of cool sitting down with you. You provided a lot for a lot of people.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I do. Thank you. I enjoy doing it.
Well, it's funny. I was even thinking about it a second ago. It's kind of a crazy thing to provide a space for 15 years. You guys been doing it. So
15 years out here.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy to see think about how many bands have come and go.
We thought about it, and we believe it's about 76,000 hours we've seen.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how to put that in relationship to any other studios out here. But it seems like a lot of music to me.
Yeah, no, that's...
You could continuously have music playing for 5 years. That would be how much time that is.
That's insane.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's crazy that I mean, just even the time I've been here at 5 years, just seeing how many bands come through in that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, just thinking about, So
and not just come through, how many stay?
Yeah.
You know, I know this guy for 5 years now. I see him here all the time, you know.
Yeah, and just grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate everything that you've done for us, and that's pretty much why this show exists. In the beginning, honestly, it was just an advertisement for Band Oasis because I worked here and I wanted to advertise Band Oasis. I wanted to show the bands here, so that's how all of this started. So that's
fantastic.
Everything. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. So yeah, we're gonna dive right into everything. How did Band Oasis get started?
It started in L.A., their musician's choice. Me and my nephew went down to L.A. and opened 6 rooms across the street from Sony Studios in Culver City. Built another one behind it. It took a couple years. I moved up to Sacramento, ended up meeting my wife up there. And just through luck, I became owner and manager of a giant warehouse company that delivers to Home Depot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
After 7 years of doing that and being a very stressful job, we had 400 employees. I said, I'm done with that. I'm going to go back to the music thing. Went back to LA. She lived in Sacramento. This property came available. Well, not this particular one, but another one came available. So we went there, opened that one up, and I said, I can't go to Sacramento, LA, and Tempe, 3-4 times a week, a month.
Yeah.
So I said, that's it, we're just moving out here. And that was 15 years ago and never looked back.
Yeah. I never really asked
originally we were only 3,600 square feet. Now we're 6,000.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's huge. That's really awesome. But yeah, I've never really asked you before. Were you a musician at one point, or
just play with my friends? Never a musician. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Enough to use the equipment as a tool, but not a musician. No.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's cool that you've just been around it for so long.
But I can tune the drums and I can play guitar to tell you your amp's working or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I know how to fix the shit. Yeah.
Make some noise for sure.
Yeah.
But no, that's really, really cool. Just to think about how long you've been doing it and Band Oasis existing for so long. But
we've got characters like Jason DeVore and Authority Zero that have been with us since almost the start of their band, and see how big they've gotten.
Really cool to think about.
Like guys like Factory Cats who've been around 20 years, but 15 with us going. It's just fantastic. Longevity with these people is just fantastic. Mm-hmm. And we got other bands like you guys, or Singularity, Singularity AZ, still hanging around with them. Even though they're not here anymore, they're still doing good work.
No, yeah. And it's funny, I was thinking about it too. The one thing I really loved when we Forming Stories, my band, we would practice here, just the hourly rates back in the day. That you never, you were really hard on us at first. You kind of almost make us feel like we suck, which honestly was great because it made us grow and it was good. And by the time you really liked us, it was okay, we must be pretty decent by now.
It might come across that way, but when people ask my opinion, I'm going to be honest.
In the best
and it's only
to
improve you. I'll tell you turn it down not because I hate loud music. God no. It's because you can't hear the mistakes you're making.
Yeah, and I love
things
that
like
about
that.
you. No, and we've
these guys were sitting outside yesterday. And they were writing this song. This guy really hung up on this one little part. They said, it doesn't matter if it's 6 notes or 2 notes, because the crowd in general won't even hear it. We won't even notice it. By the end of the practice, he went past that part and came back. He said, it was the best advice I ever got. I quit getting hung up on the small stuff, do the whole big over picture, and then we'll tweak it out at the end. I said, it's just, you save me hours of work. I'm like, well, fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's great. No, I remember we were talking about, telling the people good, not great. So there's always that room for improvement. Because that's right. I mean, any musician that feels that they've already peaked is is selling themselves short.
When it's not challenging, then
they're selling themselves short for sure. There's always room for improving and getting better, and that's great to have that motivation. So that's really, really cool. But cool. In all these years, 15 years, what's the most memorable Band Oasis moment?
Well, we were talking about this earlier, and it can't say there's one. I met some famous people in my day. Oh my God, unbelievable! From Red Hot Chili Peppers to David Bowie's people to Pink Floyd to the list goes on and on. I got to say, the memorable parties, always having parties on Saturdays here, picnics we have when the weather permits. It's too hot right now, but once it gets in the 90s and 80s, we always have Saturday afternoon barbecues here, and we'll have good 65 people over here, and that's the memorable part for me. Man, here's all my friends hanging out, jamming, everybody getting along. That's
really cool. Yeah, that's an awesome one that you because I've been there for a couple of them, just hanging out.
Everybody's nice, friendly,
meeting new people that are all like-minded.
And if you want to jam, they make a band together, and there you go.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. That's a really good one. Cool. All right. Well, here's a tough one for you. Okay. What's different about bands today than when Band Oasis started?
The one thing is the synthesizing of vocals and amps or whatever they're playing, drums. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
that part of it. It's technology moving on. People investigating different things. Music comes and goes. Disco lasted for a while, just like everything else. This too will come and go. And I don't care for growlers. If you're gonna sing, I want to hear some lyrics. Growling just to me doesn't do it. Those are the two things that are negative. Are more people getting their music out there? Yeah, but is there less money in it nowadays too? It's just. I think it was a better time. Everybody was working for each other more than it is today.
That's cool. Yeah. That's an honest answer, and I loved it. Yeah, that's great. Cool. Well, there's a lot of venues and bars that you frequent here in Arizona. Which one would you say is probably the number one in your book?
Okay, number one has got to be. I got to think about this. And it all depends what you want. I love Club Red. Obviously, we've been neighbors for 20 years almost.
Yeah, it's right there,
I got to say, by far, they treat me best beyond anybody.
Yeah, I love Red L. It's convenient as shit because it's right there.
Fantastic. But I don't mind going to a marquee either. That's nice, large. It's a Celebrity I love because the turnaround stage. I like the physical seating.
I've been there for one show. Yeah,
I like physical seating. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Instead of standing on cement for 4 hours.
Okay. Nice. That's a good stop right there. Right. Actually, I'm going to cut you off because we're going to play a really quick game, and I'm really excited about this game.
All right.
Okay, let me set this up really fun.
All right. We'll play a commercial right here.
Cue the music. All right. You play a lot of games, but have you played Plinko?
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
So I'm going to ask you, you have 6 chances to win some money.
Okay.
I'm going to give them to you once you answer these. Let me put this mic back on. So everyone knows that Plinko is probably the best game of any.
Those are some big payouts, dude.
Yeah, so he has a lot of chances here. I'm going to ask him quick 6 questions, music related.
I thought it was prices. You should have given me prices. I know prices.
They're music related. He's going to win some balls to play the game here.
Okay.
What is the correct term for a drum seat?
A throne?
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Clip on. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. On an acoustic guitar, those little clips that you can put on them. What is
capo?
That? Capo. This man's getting something. How many hourly rooms? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me say that again. How many hourly rooms does Band Oasis have?
5.
It's 7.
No, because A and C are monthly rooms.
Oh! I'll give them 2 just for that. I messed that up. Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool.
Originally it was 7 and 7, but due to special customers, we gave them their own room.
That's a good. Yeah, I totally forgot. That's a good point.
Yes.
All right, cool. There's a band that's called Oasis.
Right.
An actual band.
Right.
How many members are originally in it?
I believe there's 5.
Ooh, okay. All right, last one here. All right. Not counting holidays, how many days is Band Oasis open?
Not counting holidays.
On a normal week, yeah.
They're open 7 days a week, but I would say we're probably open 345 days a year, if not more.
Let's win you some money, sir.
All right. So I have to stand behind it? Or?
No, you can do it from there.
Okay. Have you tried it?
I've done it. It works.
Oh.
$5.
That went fast. $1. $5. $0. Oh, here we go. I like over here. It seemed to be good to get. Oh, it sucked on one.
Oh! $11.
$11.
Hey, that was fair. That was awesome.
Great.
That was really fun. All right, cool. I'm gonna put this away real quick.
Okay. I don't know. You need more nails. We'll work on that one. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's, talk about memorable moments. These will be some of them because it's so nice that you do this kind of thing. Make people aware of what we're doing. Just the interviews you do, you meet some really nice people.
Yeah.
You really do.
No, and that's what it is, man. I can't thank you enough. When I started working here on Wednesdays, that's why everything started. I started talking to people that came in, and I was like, man, there's interesting people everywhere.
Of all kinds.
All
metal to
around us.
mariachi, literally.
Yeah, everywhere. There's so many talented musicians that are doing things, and it's just really cool to be around. So yeah. And that's why I like doing these fun things, to interact with them.
Oh, it's fantastic. Okay.
All right, cool. Back to the main questions here. When you're not doing this, working all these days here, we talked about like 300, basically all day of the year.
Yeah, right.
What do you like to do for fun?
What do I like to do? I love going to casino. I'll tell you that.
We talk about it all the time. Yeah.
But no, I would rather be at Lake Pleasant or Roosevelt Dam. We go to Scorpions Bay, Paradise Lake. As soon as we can, we'll get in a car right to the lake.
That's awesome. I love Lake Pleasant.
There's a lot of water features out there. I have been to every side of the Grand Canyon. I've been from the top to the bottom of it. I've taken helicopters down to Colorado. We've rafted down to Colorado. We just enjoy it. I mean, yes, that's what I'd like to do on my off days.
That's awesome. I love Lake Pleasant. I've been there as a little kid, so that's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody knows me, I've been to 6 major rivers in the United States, parachuted. I've done, like I said, helicopter.
Yeah, I was going to say that helicopter you won from a casino, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's really cool.
Anything like that, we're happy to do. Now it's a little less these days, but we still enjoy them.
All right, awesome. That's my last question for you here, Jim. Two-part question that everyone's going to love to hear. An AZ band that you think is currently on top?
Currently on top.
There's a lot of them. There's a billion of them. That's why it's a crazy question.
I got to say that Empire Desire, with Tool and Howie, they're just fantastic band.
Nice.
They're really going on strong. Pretty good.
There's
just so many. There's just so many out there. I mean, in every genre, there's somebody I know that I would say is a great band that's up and coming. How popular they're ever going to get, who knows, with today's market, with the advent of the computer and the free music giveaways. I can't tell you.
But it's true that I cover that in almost all my interviews. There's so many genres here in Arizona, so it's really hard. It's really hard. It is really hard.
There's everything, rap,
everyone's going to have
everything,
so
and branches of every one of those.
So that's cool. I'll accept that as the answer every time because it's really a tough question.
It's too much.
Yeah, exactly. But even more so, that's why people need to go out because there's so much. There really is so much.
Not that I've read the questions before, and you were asking who else do I kind of recommend. I would say in ska, for me, you got guys like Bowcats out there. You got I don't know if it's ska, reggae, Clint Stevens, Torn at the Seams. All these people doing some fantastic work out there. You got
really
the Skeleton Army in the punk scene. You got the Creepsville, been around 15 years or more, doing their punk thing. It's just so many out there. I mean, Mello DeMontro.
They're doing a lot too.
Sick Black Automatic. You got the one thing I'm surprised, being in the Southwest, we don't have a lot of country bands. I know there's a market out there. We Are Lawless, and there's other ones, but it's not country out here.
Yeah, that is true. I wonder, and it's funny too because I'm sure it's changed over the years. I'm sure 20 years ago it was completely different.
Yes, 1970s. I'm sure this was all country cowboys.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, we're sort of in that same ballpark, but that second part of that question is a band that you think deserves more attention.
Right. That's.
But all those bands are pretty much listed.
I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I enjoy most of the bands that come here. Honestly, I don't mind them. You know, and when they see them getting better month after month and writing their own material and writing songs literally about here. They just did. Terry Caldwell and their band just did a song called Oasis, got 1,000 hits on Spotify.
Oh, that's great.
So
that's
I'm
really,
like,
that honestly, yeah, that's always my favorite thing when I was working on Wednesday nights is walking the hallways when there's multiple bands practicing and just hearing, as you get closer to the door, you hear that band, get closer to the next door, you hear that band, and yeah, it's
crazy.
Really cool. Yeah, it's really fun.
Just so many nice people. We wouldn't be here without them. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
I mean, sure, we can have all the good karma and all this, but if the people don't come in, then we'll be nothing. But I think they seem to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for the interview.
I really appreciate your time.
All right.